Okay guys, Sunday the 1st of October and we are on Australian dollar, US dollar. So let's have a quick recap of this market from last week in relation to our Sunday analysis, and then we'll have a look at the market for the trading week ahead. Okay, so from last week, the main thing was really this sloping support and resistance line. We went over how potentially we were breaking below this level and there could be bearish price action coming into Australian dollar. We also went over how this was the false break and how to identify it, and how this on Friday, the 22nd, was potentially the market accepting and breaking below the sloping support and resistance line. And this is what we used as the basis for our analysis for that potential bearish move on the market. Now, if we just delete this, we also looked at the strong previous swing, which is still important coming into this week, and how we were potentially looking at well, first of all, a triple top, but really the way I was looking at it was a large double top with a smaller one on the right hand shoulder. Now that's what we got last week. We got that bearish movement down on Australian dollar. It came straight into our key level of support. We identified this using the central pivot of this larger double top. Very often when you have a double top, triple top, whatever it is, the central pivot will act as key support. And if you break down below it and the market pulls back, it will also act as key resistance. Now coming into next week, this level remains key, and really it's this area right here. If we just mark it in, one here, you can see the market spiked down to 7,800, that 7,800 level on Thursday. If you can remember, or if you've been watching these videos long enough, I'm sure you remember all the way back in July, we went over how this would likely act as key support and resistance moving forward. We bounced off of it on the 15th, and once again we are back down into this area using it as support. So coming into next week, this remains a key level of support. Can continue watching here for potential bullish positions. It's only if we start to break down below here now that what we would likely be seeing is an acceptance of the break of this larger double top. I'd then be looking for the pullbacks, resistance, and a stronger move down on Australian dollar. With this being such a large double top now, if we did break down below, it has acted as key support here. It's came down, it's acting as support once again. And really I would expect a move back down toward, where are we getting? So this would be longer term. It doesn't mean it would break down below and then come down straight away, but I'd really be expecting a move down toward at least 7,720 and likely 7,700. Now at present we are holding up above this level. Pullbacks into previous structure are worthwhile watching for that potential resistance. So we're looking at, as the market came down, where it stalled, using this as potential resistance. And then you can actually bring this down ever so slightly. All I'm doing is looking at previous price action, looking where the market stalled. You can see the close of these candles. They're all popping back up above this level. The open of this candle, the close and the open. Just giving you that clue that this is the level you want to be looking at. It's around about 7,900, the round number once again. And as we start to come down, let's just move this up. Around about 7,885 to 7,865. Worthwhile looking for resistance. and worthwhile looking for resistance. It's also worthwhile remembering that just because we have this potential double top here, it doesn't mean the market is going to break down below. It is still a good area for bulls to step in. It's only if we start to see that break below, that we could then begin to look for that bearish movement. This at present is a key level of support. Okay guys, so that's really everything going into next week. It's really 1, 2, and 3 key levels. This is the main one. It is presently acting as support. If we did break, I would watch for resistance. Apart from that, pullbacks toward these key levels of resistance for potential continuation after we have broken this sloping support and resistance line are worthwhile watching for also. Okay guys, so I hope you all have a good trading week next week. As always, I hope that was helpful. I'm James Orr, and thank you.